Hello everyone. Welcome to our online educational platform educlasses.co.in. Today we have invited Dr. Shreya Govind. She is certified corporate trainer, behavioral and soft skills and POSH. She is from Bangalore. So let's get started. And hello ma'am.
Good afternoon. Hi, Mitesh. How are you doing?
Fine. Welcome to our own platform.
Thank you so much for calling me here.
And thanks a lot for giving your precious time and sharing your knowledge with us.
It's my pleasure to be here, Mitesh.
So we will ask some 4 to 5 questions from you about soft
Sure,
skills or journey or experience, that kind of thing. So let's start. Yes.
sure,
So
sure.
ma'am, first we will start from your journey. So what is your, please explain your professional and educational journey with us.
Okay. So I am a graduate in political science honors from Delhi University. Then I completed my MBA in human resource. And then I started working into HR department. I worked into corporates for around 10 and a half years. Side
Okay.
by side, I was doing some kind of certification. In 2013, when the POSH Act got established, then our company, I also got trained into as an ICC member for POSH because we had some cases, so we were doing that. After that, I thought that why not become a POSH trainer? And then I moved into training industry. I was handling HR as well as L&T into my corporate life. So then I moved into training. I took a full-fledged diploma in training and development. I did a 1-year diploma from ISTD and also a diploma from IATD from in soft skills and development. And then I completely moved into training and development. Now I work as a corporate trainer. I train into colleges as well as into corporates. I have trained from college level students till the VP level employees in both the sectors.
Okay. Well, what is POSH? Uh, and
Okay. So POSH, I just took the name because of this. I moved into training. POSH is basically prevention of sexual harassment at workplace.
okay.
So this is an act. And for all the corporates, it's important that they need to get their employees aware of this act. And every organization is compelled to do this trainings for their employees. Why it is important? Because it gives an employees an insight into what sexual harassment is and how to differentiate it from non-sexual harassment cases. It prevents someone from being wrongly accused. So that is the reason why every organization conducts POSH programs. So it makes them aware of what is sexual harassment, because when we talk about sexual harassment, people generally have a conception, or I'll say misconception, that only physical harassment is a sexual harassment, but there are many other points, many other things which comes under POSH Act.
Okay.
Sometimes people stare, as per the act, staring at someone. If I am not comfortable, that is a harassment for me.
So
So
is
as per
it
the
necessary for every organization to conduct that kind of training in their domain?
Yes. So any organization which has more than 10 members,
Okay.
10 employees, they need to have an ICC committee. And it is very, very important for them as per the POSH Act and as per the Companies Act also, they need to have this POSH compliance. They need to be POSH compliant.
Okay. And you are training about soft skills also. So
Yes.
what is soft skills and why it is necessary for every employee or every student or any other?
When you talk about soft skills, people generally think that soft skills are not important.
Okay.
Generally, they think technical skills will help them to climb the ladder, but soft skills is basically about your personality. It's the personal attributes that influence how well you can work or how you can interact with others. So these skills help us to build the relationship with people, create with more businesses, and accelerate your career progressions. So that's what soft skills are. People think it's not important, but I believe, and most of the leaders believe this, that till certain point of time, technical skills will help you to grow. But after that, it's only the soft skills. We talk about attitude, we talk about personality. All these comes under soft skill
Okay.
only.
Why did you choose to become a certified corporate trainer?
I was working into HR and L&D field only, and I was always inclined towards working with people. So that is the reason I took human resource as my core subject. But after a certain point of time, I felt that I want to work for people.
Okay.
I want to help people. It's when I'm working as a corporate trainer, half of the time, if I'm talking about a yearly calendar, half of the calendar of mine is for the corporates and half of the time is for students, college
Okay.
students, and other people. I work with various NGOs. I go to orphanage. I go to many other places. I train them. I have been working with a project for rural underprivileged women. We train them on various soft skills so that they get employability. They are good in their employment. They people can hire them. So I work for them. So for me, that is the most important thing. So that is the reason I became a full-fledged trainer.
Okay.
I want to work for people.
Oh, it's very good. And what kind of hurdles did you face to become a certified trainer? Any kind of difficulties have you faced?
See, to become a certified trainer, I did not face any hurdles because you enroll yourself in the course I did
Okay.
from IITD, and then other certification I did. But after that, there were many hurdles to
Okay.
establish myself, because when I started, people think, okay, you do not have experience. Yes. So first you need to create a brand image. You need to create that visibility. So those were the first few phases of my journey of corporate trainer. I faced that I had to create my image. I had to create my presence, and slowly working with people, getting good feedback, and money also came in part of it, that I was not getting the same amount of money or the fees as per other trainers because I did not have the name. So sometime because of these things I used to come back, but again I had to bounce back, and
Okay.
I used to work on my feedback. So very important thing, as a learner, I always believe, as an individual, I always believe that you need to be learner. So I always learn new things. During this pandemic, I have done many new courses because I
Okay.
believe learning should never stop. And I work on my feedback. People used to give me feedback for any training. I always used to ask them that what is my feedback, and I used to work them. So working on my feedback helped me to bounce back, and uh, helped me where I am right now. So there were
Well,
many hurdles which I faced. People were saying, you are individual, how can I give you work? We want to work with companies. So those were the few things which happened in my life, but later
okay.
I overcome those hurdles, and now I'm
Okay.
I will not say I'm established, but I'm kind of establishing myself.
Okay. And in this pandemic, how many courses did you complete for? Is it soft skills or?
For myself, you're
Yes,
asking?
yes, yes. For yours.
Okay. I have done many courses. I have done a course on emotional intelligence. I have done course on DISC, which is about personality assessment, and I am doing a course on NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and also I've done course on how to mind mapping. So these are few courses which I have done. So I keep learning about
All
new
are
things.
these courses are online available?
Yes, all these courses are
And
available on.
so you have the essence of all these courses. Now I want to ask you, are you available for online courses to teach?
Yes, I'm doing. I'm
Yes.
available, and I'm doing many online courses.
Okay. And which one important thing is important in personality development as?
So when we talk about personality, anyone, what is a personality? When we ask you, or anyone ask about your personality, personality is how does a person behave, feel, and make person unique about it. Good personality, when we say that person has a good personality, it means he's likable or she is likable, something interesting to be, something pleasant to be. So for me, what a good personality a person needs to have, what are the personality traits a person needs to have is good soft skills. Person needs to interact with the other person in a courteous manner, should be a good listener, have a positive mindset, positive attitude, should never have a negative attitude, and should be able to gel with everyone, good interpersonal relationship. So these are the few things I feel a person with a good personality should have.
You have been doing this training program from many years. Which one thing do you like most about yourself in your evolution?
Yes, I've been doing programs. One thing which I like the most about myself, that I never get bugged, meaning if someone criticizes me, I never take it in a negative sense. I take it in a positive sense and I start working on that. So I take my feedback positively. So that is one thing I like. There are many things which I have to work still on, but about the feedback, I always take my feedback positively.
Is it also this is the feature of soft skills, which is
Yes,
your
which is very important. So I was listening to one of the interview by Narayan Murthy.
Yes.
So he was saying that if a leader needs to be successful, he needs to take feedback, not only positive, but negative feedback also. Then only he or she can be a good leader. So that one thing I have imbibed in myself, that whatever feedback gives to me, I need to take it in a
generally
positive
people
way.
Students when get negative feedbacks, they will get stressed and go for depression. So
Yes.
I think soft skills are one of the best thing to avoid for depression or these things. Am I right?
Yes, very important. Soft skills helps people. So soft skills is a very vast or wide topic. There are so many subtopic comes under it. So that's why one of the topic, when we say maths, so in maths there are so many addition, subtraction, multiplication, like that same thing, soft skill.
Please give me some key features of soft skills, kind of just like communication and any other thing. What are the main features?
So soft skill, under that, communication, as you said, one of the important aspect of soft skill is communication. The interpersonal relationship, how you
as concern for communication, I want to ask you that only communication is in English language is necessary, or in the native language is also important?
See, when we say communication, people think that language which we speak is communication. No, communication is basically how and what I want to tell you. If you are able to understand my message to you should be interpreted in a correct way. The medium, the channel which I use, complete is a communication process. The language does not come under communication. Language is just the medium. So if I am able to convey the message to you, I am able to communicate with you. I am very sure you would have seen people who are deaf, dumb. They are able to also communicate.
Yes.
They do not use any language.
Sure.
But still they are able to communicate. And in communication, people forget the most important part, which is listening. So listening is the most important part of any communication. So communication, when we are communicating, we need to listen to other person and then respond.
Okay. Apart from communication, any other feature?
So soft skills, there are various topics which comes under soft skills. So when I say soft skill, first communication, then attitude, leadership, how to develop, how to be a good leader, decision making, problem solving skills, critical thinking. There are n number of topics when you talk about skills, how to good listener, how to have a positive attitude. So there are n number of things when we say soft skills.
Okay. So thank you, ma'am, for coming on our educational platform and share your experience and visions and about soft skills, POSH, and many more about your journey. And so thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mitesh. Thank you so much.